Amit, am I audible and visible, and is the PPT running well? Can you just give me a heads up on the chat room? Hello, Rajesh, Mukta, Amit, Rishi. I'm just doing a quick health checkup for this webinar. So, am I audible? Am I visible? And is my PowerPoint being visible to you? There's a chat box wherein you can just let me know a yes or a thumbs up, because that will let me know that I'm all set for the webinar to be delivered. So, Rishi, Amit, can you just let me know about it? Hello? Hello? Okay, everything is fine. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So we are yet 7 minutes away to start the webinar. I will start the webinar 5-ish, 5 o'clock, not 5-ish, 5 o'clock dot. So meanwhile, I've just shared a poll with the people who have joined me already, that which grade are you, or as a parent, if you've joined it, your kid is into, so that I can map the audience, because as it is undergraduate opportunities, a lot of students would be from either 9th, 10th, 11th or 12th. So I would definitely love to know the audience better. So I have shared a poll, so I would love that people take that poll as you're joining and waiting for us to start. And welcome on board for each one of you who have joined in by now. So Nishita, Shekhar, Husna, Nidhi, Mugdha, Gautam, welcome on board. Very excited. 2nd October holiday, and I'm going to make your time absolutely worthy enough, because I know it's an investment. Time is very precious, and I really, really want to give you the outlook and the thought-provoking questions on whether undergraduate opportunities should be considered or not as well. All right. So there are people who are taking up the grades, the poll. 11th and 12th look the most, the highest density, and 10th as well. Okay, cool. No one yet in 9th standard. Okay, all right. Happy evening. Thank you, Rajesh. I need that. Yeah, I need that. I want to do my best this evening. So hopefully, it turns out the same for you. 5:55, we have 5 more minutes to go by. All the early joiners, I would request you all to join us on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channel. I share a lot of content on it, which probably will answer a lot of your FAQs. So, Amit, Rishi, if you can just share with them the details, that would be absolutely brilliant. So please follow us as we have more 5 minutes to start the session. Please follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page, because every day we post something or the other, and I come live on Wednesdays and Thursdays on Insta. So there's a lot that I share, and you can communicate with us as well. So Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, these are the three popular channels where we work out the best. So Amit has just shared the link. Please follow us on that. That would be really helpful for both of us to be in connect. Okay, so the poll is increasing. There's more number of students for 12th. Okay, definitely, that's really nice. Okay, so absolutely a time where you all want to make a decision whether next year you're here or you're going abroad. So I'll definitely help you out with that and how the process runs. So and 11th standard also, the next being, the third being 10th, and 9th, of course, there's one who's just voted now. Okay, welcome on board. So hi Shekhar, hi Bhavik, hi Afroz, hi Samaira, hi Usha, hi Bhavik. Good to see you. I love the time before I start the webinar because I at least get to have a a hi and a hello and a thumbs up or whatever ways we can, because I'm so used to meeting people and talking to them. But of course, in current situation, that's not viable. But technology serves us the best. So Afroz is asking about what about courses and universities. Afroz, I'm just about to start, and there's a pandara of things that I'm going to cover. Of course, courses and universities is a very, very vast topic, because it involves huge streams from, say, arts, humanities to business to management to IT to technology, engineering, architecture, medicine. So that's really, really vast to concisely have it in the webinar. But the right pointers which I'm going to share with you is definitely going to help you to decide on your career path for yourself or your kid. I don't know who's a parent here and who's a kid, so please forgive me for that. So that's absolutely what I'm going to cover. So don't worry, you're on the right webinar. 4:58. We have 2 more minutes to go, and I would be starting the session soon enough. All right, we are getting good numbers. People are joining in, and I'm excited and I'm pumped up. Hi Devangi. Hi Darshna. Hi Balvinder. Hi Arit. So we are running a poll for all the new joinees. Please do take a poll whether you are in a grade 9, 10th, 11th or 12th, just to map the audience and just to help you out better. And my team, Amit, has already shared our handles of social media, that is Education Street, on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. I would love you joining us there, because we can be in touch much more longer with a lot of content which we keep sharing. So as we have 2 more minutes to join or start our webinar, please do follow us on our social media handles. So 11th and 12th now are in number 1 spot. So I think there's majority who are there from 11th and 12th. 10th being the second, and 9th also following up. I will share the poll results very soon, but that's interesting to know the audience. As I thought, so it's all spread out. So of course I have to talk and cover for a lot of them. Yeah. Afroz, yes, Education Street on social media. You can just see Amit's link, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. You just need to click there to follow us and like us. So that should be quick enough rather than you searching in. So that should help you out. Okay, all right. Perfect. So it's 5 o'clock, and as promised, I'm starting the session. And let us start today's webinar, which is on undergraduate opportunities. So, as I'm going to be the host for today's webinar, I would definitely like to, talk about myself so that we are connected better. As it's always said, a story connects a person to the other person, and that's what I want. I want you all to connect to me so that we have a lot of synergy and we can look out what we can take further for your career. So in this case, I'm Ankita. I'm an IT engineer myself, and I have been in this industry for last 10 years. Post my IT engineering in 2006, I was recruited by Tech Mahindra. I worked there as a software engineer and very much identified myself to do it. I mean, I could do coding and software engineering, but not to a level where I really enjoyed. Post that, I gave my GMAT and I went for my management program. I went to University of Leeds in UK, and I did my MBA out there with finance as being a specialization. I also happened to do a diploma in council with UK Council while I was there in UK itself. The very first day when I started my MBA, love to share this with all because that's definitely something which I stand as a living example. My dean, rather than saying a hi and a hello, he happened to tell me and mention to all of the entire 120 class that Lehman Brothers has crashed. So if some parents out there, they would know the times, 2008, 2009 recession time, and it was something which was like dark clouds over the entire MBA program while I was studying. Because of course you've made huge investment and you definitely are very scared on, whether you will be able to get a job after that or not. There was two things: either I would give in or I would have put in efforts to get a job, and I of course chose the next. One thing is to put efforts and one thing is to build your fort, and that is definitely what I preach to all the students and parents out here. We definitely need to build our fort. Whether it comes to use or not is a secondary aspect, but as they all say, a story always falls into place, and that's definitely what happened with me and most of you out there who are listening out to me. So I happen to give a lot of importance to my profile, build my profile, do uh, the curriculum well, do my MBA well, but apart from that, I look for a lot of internships. I did a lot of online certification, reading, and joining a lot of groups. So I used all the resources which were possible for me, and in 2009 I got the best job, the best pay which was possible in that recession time, and I was recruited by British Petroleum London. A dream job, a dream thing to come true, and that's exactly what I feel, that you attract what you want rather than you sit by and sulk and brood about all the factors which are against you. So I worked there. I worked with British Petroleum a year and a half, and then I moved out in 2010 to our country, India. That was a personal choice. I left my job, I came back, and in 2010 I started Education Street with a very big and a very clean understanding that I want to do clean counseling for students who are looking out to go abroad, because abroad definitely brings the best out of you. And second is basically I wanted to do something as clean counseling to students, or give them the right career mentoring, because a lot of us fall into wrong courses and wrong universities because we are not well researched, or someone has not provoked us better, or someone has guided or misguided us. And that is what I want to do and save and direct a lot of students. Been 10 years, 2020, it's been a decade, and I think this is my ikigai. I absolutely love doing this, and hence I'm here today to share what you should look out if you're looking out to go abroad. May it be masters or undergraduate, but today I'm going to cover undergraduate opportunities. So this was about me. This was about my venture, Education Street, and I start today's session. I hope I could connect with you all with my story. I would love to know yours as soon as we happen to have counseling one-on-one. So first and foremost, a lot of parents have questions when they are sending or thinking of sending their kids abroad after 12th. why do I send my child abroad? That's what basically families ask them, even if parents are sure, or neighbors ask them, or a lot of parents themselves think, why do I send my child abroad when he or she is so young? I better have them around for some time. I get the emotional aspect, but we need to think about what all would come along with it if you decide to. And hence, I want to share with you all the beauty of studying abroad. First and foremost, practical academic content. We all who have studied here, is not that we demean Indian education at all. I myself did my engineering here, so I'm nowhere in a position to demean Indian education. I have highest regards about our institutes as well. But yes, definitely a fact is a fact. We need more practical experience, we need more practical academic content, and that's what universities abroad deliver, because they don't believe in theoretical part only. It all goes in a well balanced way. So that's number one reason. The second reason being, the courses are tailored. I get a lot of students who want to do engineering with music. There's economics with, they want to keep up bio as well. So all these permutation combination, we definitely cannot be thinking out in India, because there are no possibility that we can pick and choose and prepare our own course. So I go for an engineering in the first day itself, first submission itself. I have to decide which engineering I have to choose, whether it's mechanical, whether it's electrical, or if I'm going for say commerce, I need to decide. That's the curriculum and that's how it comes to me. But when I go abroad, I can choose my course as per each semester, and that gives me a major and a minor. And I personally feel a student does a right decision while they're exposed to it, and they don't go and make choices just because what their parents have as an experience, or some buddy in the family suggests them, or the herd mentality. So you get the best tailored course for yourself. That's the second reason. The third reason being interdisciplinary education, which I just did. My kid is very good into languages like French, German, and stuff. So probably, it would be a very ancillary thing, but with languages, I can probably do economics, and I can also go for public relation. This is how I can combine and make a program which is definitely suitable for me and my skills. It's not one size which fits all. It is basically you try to carve your own program, and that is the beauty of going abroad. The next fourth thing is problem solving skills. Parents and students, my kid doesn't do a lot of things here, highly pampered, highly in a comfort zone, and why not? There's nothing wrong in it. Of course, they have everything out here. If you want your child to go abroad, you definitely need to let them know, or if you are a student, you are here with your comfort zone. If you want your comfort zone to be there, you better be in India. If you want to challenge yourself, work harder, do a lot more of the time that you have in your hand, you need to go abroad, and that is why your problem solving skills improve. You are doing your laundry, you're doing your cooking, you're doing your assignments, you're socializing, you're also doing your grocery shopping, you're paying your bills. All these things which are taken care here, which definitely will not be taken out there. So you're uprooted from your comfort zone, and you're thrown to an area which is safe, definitely, which gives you all the means, but you have to go and achieve that. So that is what it brings in. So I have students wherein parents come in that, I don't know, I'm very scared whether my daughter would be able to cope in there, because she's never moved out of the home alone. There's everything taken care for her. Now that's why parents are sending them abroad, because they know the world is very competitive, and you definitely can't be doing this much more longer. So you have to send them abroad or away from you for improvising their problem solving skills, because these are the life lessons. This is what you need to teach them. Rest, everything would be taken care. So this is the fourth reason why I suggest you should be sending your child abroad. Global network. I would love that you would also say the same thing, that I have friends now across the world, Korea, Chinese, American, European, and this is what brings in not only just friendships, but also the way how their lifestyle is, their culture is, their food is, their music is, their life hacks are, and that's what you learn. So I always say studying abroad is just not about what the professor teaches in the classroom. That's definitely one of the part. But what it brings in the entire cohort, the area, the kind of people that you meet, it broadens your horizon. That brings in a lot of perspective in life and broadens your horizon. So that's also one of the very important part. And at the end, of course, a byproduct, I can challenge everyone out here that after a year itself, it's a huge difference in that character, because it has immense confidence and self-esteem, which is oozing out of that personality. And that's exactly what parents should know and students should know about it. If you're ready to move out of your comfort zone, there is ample of opportunities waiting for you. So if anywhere this gives a tick, undergraduation is certainly what you should consider. I know it comes with a cost. I know it comes out with some emotional reasons that you are going to be away from your child. But the benefits, the pros, the cons, and the future of your child looks immensely very different as compared to being here or being in close by. So this is why you should be studying abroad. Now come out, a lot of audience out there, as I just ran a poll out there. Definitely, there are different boards, different students out here: HSC, ICSC, CBSC, ISC, IB, AP. There could be some others if I've missed, but these are the most popular ones. Why am I having it here? Because there's a common myth that if I am from IB board, then only I will have a better university and scholarship. I want to break that myth right away. So if your child is from any of this board, it doesn't matter. What matters is academic excellence. So please do not think otherwise, that if I am not from IB board, I cannot send my child or I will not get scholarship. So all the students who are in 10th standard and looking forward to put or give them an admission in 11th and 12th, and this is their deciding factor, that I'll put in IB because it would be easier for me to send them abroad. No, it's not that way. Please look for an institute in India which definitely serves your purpose and your agenda for your child. So this is what I want to break the myth at the start itself. Now coming to USA, because that's what most of the countries also follow. So even if you're a student, so we have our high school from 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. So all these 4 years comprise of high school in India, and all these 4-year grades are important when we are applying to country outside India. May it be US, may it be UK, may it be Australia, may it be Canada, Germany, anywhere. We need to figure this out and understand that these are the 4 countries, 4 grades that together we have to share them their grade cards in this case. Okay. So this is how the things work. So the first year in US is called as freshman. The second year is called as sophomore. The third year is called as junior, and the fourth year is called as senior. So when after 12th I take admission into US university or UK university, the first year is called as freshman education, freshman admission. I'm giving these terminologies to you because while you're doing your research, you might come across these terminologies. So you're better prepared and you have a better understanding towards that website and university. Okay, so application components. So there are 3 pillars to your application when you're applying abroad. School performance. So I'll cover what does school performance include. Test scores, SAT or ACT, TOEFL or IELTS. I'm going to talk about that as well. Extracurriculars. So these are the 3 things which the university, maybe any country, looks out for. These are the 3 pillars that is very, very important when we are applying abroad. So first point, school performance. School performance is basically not just your 12th grades. It is your 9th, your 10th, your 11th. Ideally, and most of the cases, all you 12 standard students, your grade 12 results will not be in your hand as well. Before that, you will have an admission. So the admission cycle happens a year prior. So all the students who gave a poll and said I'm in 12th standard, you have to apply now, because your admission is going to be next September 21, wherein you start the program. So the application process starts this year. Okay, so you need to apply now with your 9th, 10th and 11th grades. So grade 12 performance may or may not be accounted unless IB universities have predicted scores. Other boards do not have that. So improving high school performance is very important. All the students who are in 9th and 10th, please definitely work harder for it, even for your 11th. A lot of parents and students have a myth, 11th is okay, we can chill, we'll again gear up and do our 12th better. But that doesn't work when we want to go abroad. You definitely need to perform well in 11th as well if you're looking out to go to countries outside. So this is what I want to bring in as a perspective to all the students and the audience out here, that 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, all 4 years are important, out of which the first 3 is very, very important. Scores in subjects like maths, English, science or foreign languages are important. A lot of you who are thinking whether to drop maths or not, you definitely need to consult with us to make for us to be sure and let you know that maths, certain universities like a lot of Canadian universities are very, very focused on maths. Even if your subject is very different from what you're going to take, it's not related to maths, but they still look maths in their 9th, 10th, 11th. Why? Because they feel it's more about the aptitude of the child. So you definitely need to let us know what you're looking out for so we can suggest you. That's why a lot of parents and students start with us counseling right from 9th grade. So you might be in 9th, you might be in 10th. We start early enough because then we have a lot of things to build in your profile. So what is the school performance, the admission officer looking? So when I'm applying, the admission officer is looking only at academic excellence. So I definitely need to have performed well enough and have climbed up the ladder. If there is any up and down for whatever reasons, we need to take care of that in our applications, our essays and our letter of recommendations to let them know that why this mismatch is there in this case. School performance is, I would say, of utmost importance. Almost your 60% to 50% of your decision is made on school performance only. So even if you have not done well and it's passed, I understand you're much more than your grades, but they sitting there cannot evaluate you, cannot have a neutral platform. So they need to go by the academic performance for you or for any other nationality. And that's why we have to perform well. So all the kids who are hearing me out there, please do not overlook your 11th grade, which is a very common mistake which we do here in India. I myself did that when I was in my 11th, but please don't do that. It is very, very important if you're looking out to go abroad that you perform really well in your 11th as well. So school performance is almost 60% of your application. If you're looking out for a good university and a scholarship, we definitely need to do very good in this area. The next point which I covered was test scores. So your SAT or ACT. Let me tell you, SAT and ACT are aptitude tests. They are tests which is normally and majority of times utilized in US only. So if the audience are looking out to go for UK or some other places, it is not compulsory everywhere. But of course, there are a lot of parents who want to keep US as an open option. Definitely, because it has a lot of scholarships also and a lot of universities to explore from. SAT and ACT is very much required to go to the best and a very profound university. SAT covers maths and English, whereas ACT, it's very rhyming words. So ACT requires maths, English and science. So all the students and parents who think they are good with science, you definitely can consider ACT. However, the most popular test till date has always been SAT because that's been a very old test. ACT has been a newer test on the ground and a lot of people are starting to explore it. But SAT test you for maths and English. It is out of 1600. It happens 5 to 6 times a year. It is conducted by a body called as College Board in India as well. However, the last 3 SATs have been cancelled, and I know there are a lot of parents and students waiting to take that up. But the good news is a lot of universities for September 21 has bypassed or has given a freedom to not apply with SAT. So that's a good news to all of you. So all the 12th standard students, you can still have options to apply to all the University of Californias and stuff, which have definitely waived off SAT. But you definitely need to get back to me, and we need to check upon which course you're looking out for. ACT is out of 36, and this is also a test conducted 4 times or 5 times in India. So we need to work out accordingly. Reading, writing, maths is what is there in SAT, and reading, English, maths, and science is there in ACT. So these tests are typically aptitude test, and hence it requires good amount of preparation. When I say good amount of preparation, I have to define it. So it will take at least 3 months preparation to go by and do your best into it. There are a lot of vocabulary words, there's a lot of practice to be done, and hence then it is very best undertaken if you take it after 10th standard. So all the parents who are students who are there in 10th right now, after your 10th exam, you can undertake your SAT. If you get the good score, good enough, you can retake the test. There's no harm in retaking the test. The test is not very expensive. It costs around $60. So it's not very, very expensive. And of course, you can look for taking it again. And there is no negative perception that you have retaken the test. So don't worry about that as well. Okay. So that's how SAT and ACT works for you. It's valid for 5 years, but definitely there's no purpose behind it. But yes, it is valid for 5 years. And once you take it up in SAT in after 10, it can be valid after your 12th results as well to take it. So there's no expiry of it. If you're in 11th and 12th, of course, you don't have time. 11th standard students, you can take it now itself. 12th, you must be taking the next November or the December date. So this is how the SAT and ACT work. Now coming to the Toefl score. The Toefl is an exam which is an English test. It's quite easy test. There's a lot of students who are already from IB, Cambridge, and all of these areas, and they have a question that, do I need to take up this test as well? I would say definitely yes, because there are a lot of universities which waive you off and certain universities which will not. So at the end, I do not want you to be pressurized whether I can apply to this university or not just because I've not taken Toefl. Toefl is quite an easy test. It tests you for reading, writing, listening, and speaking in English. It is not a test which requires a lot of efforts, or 10 days preparation should be good enough. It's a test undertaken by ETS, which is a body. Again, every month there are test dates. It's cost around $165. So it is expensive. So try to take it up once only. It's valid only for 2 years. So as it is valid only for 2 years, I better take it up in my 11th or 12th only. I need not take it much before than that. Okay. So that is how Toefl works in. As we are looking at Toefl again, the sections are only 4: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. It's out of 120. It's a 4-hour test. So the main preparation that is required is to sit for 4 hours for that test. So this is what I would say, that you need to practice and get yourself comfortable in that time zone to, rack your brains. So this is what you can do in 4. So Toefl is surely a very easy peasy test to undertake and deliver yourself. Now coming to extracurriculars. Okay, a lot of parents have a lot of stress. Students have a lot of stress on what all or what more I can do apart from academics and test scores to build my child's profile so that I can get scholarship. So as I said, 50 to 60% importance is to your academic performance. Your second performance is on your test score. And the third thing that is basically, which comes to lesser than that, but that's only 10%. But yes, there is something which you need to pay attention to, and that's extracurriculars. If you ask me, there are variety of things which you can look in for, some of which I have just mentioned. So if you are in school already and you are in the student council or club leader, that really helps. Your parents, your teachers can write a good LOR for you for that. Sports, dance, music, whatever you're doing currently, you can grow into it. Writing, school magazines, blogs, poetry, you can start making your own blog site, or if you are good in music, you can record it and have a YouTube channel of your own. So a lot of these things: arts, graphics, painting, photography, internships, ASEC, Internshala, a lot of these websites, virtual internships. I know currently we can't move out and do internships where we want, but there are a lot of virtual internships which you can go in for. Social services. So these are different areas. What I want to bring out here is, please do not stress to do 100 things. That's not what they want. They don't want you to have touched upon 100 things. They want you to be deeper into one or two or three areas max. So I have students who have done French, but they have done French at a very, very higher level. They have passed, they have cleared a lot of these levels. That's something which shows integrity and your dedication towards it. There's a person who plays guitar and he's done Trinity level 5, 6, 7, and that's what shows your dedication. So you don't, parents and students, do not stress to do 100 things. You already have a lot of hectic schedule. You have a curriculum to follow. You surely cannot do anything wrong in your performance, academic performance. So build on things which you like, so that will also give you a sanity of your mind, and as well as you should have liking towards it. So you could be doing a French class, you could be doing guitar, you could be doing, in fact, I have a child, a student of mine, who's very good at cooking. Now parents were little apprehensive on how to cooking. I mean, they didn't want him to go into just cooking or something that way. We happened to introduce him to a lot of online courses and stuff, and we found a very good mix to him, that we could go for nutrition because he likes cooking. He started to understand the calories behind it, he started to understand the health benefits behind it, and he's gone for a nutrition program. So that's how things turn up, that's how things shape for you, and that's what I call as career mentoring, which we provide at Education Street. So this is what I definitely want to do for students who come to us, and we would love to see how things shape for you. So all what we have done in school, all what we have built in, could be your internships, your online certifications. I have a student who's currently in 10th standard. She's good with economics, she's good with business studies, she's good with a lot of other concepts as well. However, she always had a interest towards building things, and we got her introduced to some online certification programs for very basic level of architecture, and she was almost taken aback because she absolutely got interested and hooked towards it. At least right now she's in 10th, but we look forward that she might go for an architecture degree abroad in UK or some other place. So that's how the importance comes in if you start with us way before, because we will help you to evaluate what career options would be suitable for you. So whatever you have done, a resume is required to apply abroad. So academic history, awards and recognition, extracurricular, leadership activities, and internships. So if we have not done much before, of course, this will not look very well populated. And that's why as early as you start, you can build on these things. So resume is one of the application material which is required when you're going abroad. And we help to build this stronger day by day if we start as early as possible. I understand a lot of parents and students here out are from 12th grade, and do not worry, that's absolutely fine. We cannot, it's bygones, and we cannot do anything on spilled beans, but definitely there's some sparks, there's some essence that we can bring to your child's performance and your child's profile, and try to put in the best application. Again, as I repeat, your academic performance and your test scores are the major interest the universities have in you to give you the admission. These two things we need to work upon. The essays. So every university, while we apply abroad, may it be UK, may it be US, may it be Canada, wherever, they have essays. basically it is about to know about your child or about you, if you're a student out here, to know what you have done. So it's the only thing which is in our control, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want to share your story, that how wonderful and what all you have done. It could be your negatives as well, your weaknesses as well, your gaps years. There's someone who was just talking about that, what if I have a university gap? That's absolutely fine. We just need to let them know what you have done in that gap year, or why was there a gap year. So this is what we need to talk about. We need to share them. If you're an hiker or you're a musician, you love these things, they want to know your character. They really want to know your character. They want to know deeper things about you, and that's exactly what we help. I have editors, we have editors which we sit by. We don't ghost write. So we will not write A to Z for you. We definitely want pointers and heart and soul about you, because if we do that, which we can, but it will be the same, or it would be very, very similar and monotonous for most of the students. For the lot of students that we do, we have seen that applications which have heart and soul of the student makes a major difference, because they also have an understanding of who has written it and how they have written it. So we don't want very high words and jargons and stuff, because it's a 9th grade or 11th grade student or a 12th grade student who's writing. So we need to balance that. We need to balance that understanding. We need to get that which is very focused on the character of the student. Typically every universities have 1 or 2 essays, so we help, because the student would be completely naive. They have never done such applications, and we definitely know that, and hence we handhold them for the entire procedure. So all of out there, I'm just going to come very soon to the this thing, but I just have an announcement to make, which I forgot to do it in the start. I definitely have an offer for all the webinar attendees by the end. So if you're looking out to have a very power packed offer from our side, you just have to wait for few time, and I'm going to make a very good offer which you cannot resist to look for. So now coming to the third aspect, we need letter of recommendation. 3 letter of recommendations, may it be any country. Okay, so we require the letter of recommendations is normally a letter which talks about instances about yourself while you are in your 10th grade, or what the teacher taught you, what subject you've been absolutely brilliant when it comes to communication. You did a lot of speeches or presentations. You were part of the student council in the school, or you did a lot of music in the school and stuff. That way you were part of the band in the group. So all these small things probably which you think, but we need to do a glorifying job into it, and we would help the teachers to write them. We will write them, and you would be taking it forward to your teacher to get it stamped and signed. All these LORs are online. They could be from counselors, teachers, coach. If you are a sports person, I would definitely like to talk about it a minute, that if you're very good at sports, you play at national level or some level, that definitely helps to get very good scholarship. So US particularly have sports scholarship which are almost as high as 60 to 70%, and we have got that for our students who play at national level. So you definitely can get in touch with us to know about sports scholarship as well. Internships, and so if you have done internship in your 11th or your 12th, we can also ask for a recommendation from the internship company. So these are how it is, how to write, what to include. We will definitely help you out, but these are 3 letters that we require, and hence, as I say, there's a lot of work which goes behind when we have to apply abroad. It is just not about filling one form. It is absolutely a lot of things, and together that gives you a very, very good result by having good admits and also scholarships. So all these things have to be taken care. And then coming to the countries, I know there are varied people with varied interest. Most of the people nowadays apply, what I have students on board already for undergraduate, they apply for multi-country because they have different attributes and understanding. So US, UK, Canada, Germany, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, we work for all of these countries. Let me talk briefly about them, because it depends on which course and stuff you're looking out for. But I want to give you an idea about what the costing is, how the funds work, and how as a parent or as a student you need to be financially ready for these as well. So US, of course, it's a big daddy when it comes to studying abroad. 4,000 plus universities, definitely a charmer in itself. Super company, super economy. Most of the programs are for 4 years, so definitely it is not 3 years, so the cost is little higher. Per year costing and living cost expenses, I'm just going to share it in my next slide. But US definitely very well known for all the possible programs you can know about. It is very good for technology, engineering, IT, pharmacy, healthcare, architecture. It's business, arts and humanities. There's definitely a lot and everything which is available in it. Your creative area, your photography, all of these programs are very well versed into it. They have public universities and they have state universities, sorry, private universities. The public universities have lesser fees as compared to the private universities. Okay, so this is how US works. US has two intakes in a year. They have a September intake and a January intake. So if I'm in 12th standard already, which a lot of parents and students have done in the poll, you need to start your preparation now because the university portals are already open. I need to put in my application as soon as possible. The window starts, the deadlines normally are in December, so you need to start your application now. And I just shared with you all, the application process is quite lengthier. Common app is where we need to apply. The form is as big as 15 pages with each university 2 essays, so it takes relatively a very long time. Okay, so you definitely need to apply and start for USA ASAP. If you have not taken up SAT has got cancelled, do not worry. There are a lot of universities for September 21 which have waived your SAT. But of course, if SAT taken, we have much more chances, but we cannot work against the odd. So if SAT is not undertaken, don't worry. There are ample of universities without SAT as well. So this is for USA. The cost and stuff I'm just going to cover in for September 21 is the intake which has already started. Okay, UK. So UK has 3-year program. All the programs typically for bachelors are 3-year program. That's how even we have. So we have our education system mostly from UK. That's why all our degree apart from engineering are for 3 years bachelors. So they have 3 years as well, even if it is more about honors degree, so then it becomes 4. Bachelors of honors, that means the 4th year I do a research work on the area which I'm looking out for, and it's a 4th year. I do not get to choose whether I will get an honors program or not, because it's purely dependent on how you perform in your previous years of your bachelors. So UK, again, same intakes, January and September. They do not require SAT. Most of them, in fact all of them, 99%, only 1% there could be some courses, but definitely not a very popular thing. So only IELTS or Toefl is what is required by you. The application for that as well has started. And UK, the good thing is it looks quite buzzing right now, because they have started the 2-year stay back option. So that is very important, and that's what you should be looking out for as well. Because of the Brexit and a lot of things changed in UK, they are looking forward to have skilled people and skilled students out there. So definitely a very worthy option to be in. UK, very well known for business programs, management, technology. It is also very well known for economics. So these areas are definitely a to go for UK, because they are very popular, and finance, so statistics, so all of these things are very popular when it comes to UK, and also about architecture and stuff. Canada, a country which provides you permanent residency. So all the parents and students who are looking out for a long-term stability, I want to go send or study there and also have a citizenship of that country, then Canada is one of that. There are only 4 countries which give you stay back option and permanent residency. That's Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and Ireland. So these are only 4 countries if I'm looking out for PR. Canada also does not require SAT. Only IELTS is what is required by you. They also have very stricter focus on academic performance. So I definitely need to have my good grades in 9, 10, and 11. That's what I need to do. Again, same intakes, January and September. So again, all the 12th standard students out there, you need to start now. All 9, 10th, 11th students, yes, good, yuppie, you have time, but you have a lot to work. You need to build on your profile. So if you can do that and utilize your time correctly, you will have way too better chances to get scholarships out there. So that's about Canada. Canada definitely very well known for biotechnology, pharmacy, research programs, computer science. So these are technically very, very good courses if you're looking out for going for Canada. Germany and Europe. Europe certainly has very good regards when it comes to courses. Germany for engineering, definitely another level country. But I need to let you all know, parents out there who get excited about Germany, you need to have 13 years of education before you go to Germany to study bachelor's. That means 12 years plus one more year. So either you have an option to do 1 year here, but the most ideal will be to go for a student college to Germany and study your 13th year over there. While you do your 13th year, you need to perform well there. If you do perform well there, then you apply to the German universities for bachelor's, and according to your performance, you'll get a university out there. Most of the bachelor's in Germany is for free. Yes, you got me right. Typically, science, technology, engineering, and maths related programs are free in Germany. So, if you're looking out to save money, and if you're looking out that you're low on your this thing, it's a very competitive bet. Let me tell you, seats are less, competition is way too higher because people across the globe are applying for it, maybe an American as well, because none of the country can give you such a world-class education for free. They're doing this because they have aging population and they definitely need people in their place. So this is what is very important to them, and hence they are doing this by attracting students and the best possible candidates out there. So you need to apply for student college, which is paid, and that costs around 10 to 11 lakh rupees per year. So that's a 1 year program. In Europe, Ireland currently is a buzzing place because it offers PR. That's definitely a very good place to consider. Very well known for computers, technology, business analytics, all of these areas. That definitely could be a very good area to go in for. Australia, New Zealand, sister countries, two different intakes. They have July and February. They both require only IELTS. Both the countries offer you permanent residency, and all of the courses which you're looking out for are available, and they have very, very popular universities which are world class, and you definitely would love to take choice into it. So these are the countries which normally students and parents look for, and we definitely cater and help you for all of these. Now coming to the application procedure. So wherever you apply, you need to take your entrance test, either SAT or IELTS. You have to shortlist your universities and prepare your application material. Education State helps you for all these stages. These stages take time. There has to be a well research done from you. It's not like I have umpteen numbers of tie-ups and I just need to share those. I work for you and your child and yourself. I will not be doing just a job of some other counselors which will try to serve the universities more than you. Education State is paid counseling. We do this because we agree and we understand a parent or a child who's going to spend lakhs of rupees out there definitely want a right counseling and a right mentoring regarding the career and the path and the university and the course. We just don't want to fit in the university targets and just send you there where our tie-ups and commercials are. So this is how we differentiate ourselves from a lot of counselors which typically follow the music, what the universities say. So now when it comes to undergraduate, of course, cost is involved. It's a high bid ticket. It's an investment, but it's an investment with return very high. Two return, one is the character and the soft skills and the confidence that your child build, and of course the second, the career, which becomes very high paying. So this is what two things come to you if you have done a right focus on what you have to study, what you're looking out for, and prepare your groundwork for the competitive world ahead in your life. So the cost of education ranges from 8 lakh rupees to 30 lakh rupees per year. I am very sorry to give such a wide range because there are different countries having different. my point here to tell you is, whatever budget you have an option out there for you. So just do not rule out studying abroad because you feel it is only way above and it's above 1 CR and 2 CR. Definitely there are more options for 1 CR and 2 CR, but there are also options which may fit in your budget. So you definitely need to check that and keep back to us. The fees vary because of the rankings of the university. Higher the rank university, higher the price. Private or public, as I just explained you, location, of course, Boston, Melbourne, all the premium cities will have premium universities and higher cost, like how it happens in Mumbai, Delhi, or other places. And the credit hours, the subjects that you have chosen in this case. So the fees vary, but everybody who has a budget, they need to come down with that filtration, and we work with that filtration only. Okay, so that's how things work. Living expenses vary from 6.5 to 9 lakh rupees, depending, of course, on which country and city you are, and also the lifestyle of your child. So this is how the things work. Rent, groceries, utility bills, and ad hoc is what is comprised in this living expenses. And per month, the costing comes to around 45,000 to 65,000. Now, the key to reduce this cost is to let your child share rooms and let your child share accommodation. This is also good to socialize, be along, and also learn the habit of saving money. So this is where we need to work upon. So this is how the living expenses work together. Now let me put in the country-wise cost so that you can align and think which country suits you in your budget. So Canada, typically per year tuition fees would range from 12 to 20 lakh rupees. The living cost is 6 lakhs. So if the course is for 3 to 4 years, because it depends from course to course and university, I'm looking at a cost of 70 to 1 CR. That's what Canadian give. This is without scholarships. Okay, so that is how Canada can work in for. If I'm looking for UK, the costing for per year would be around 12 to 22 lakh rupees per year. 7 lakh rupees being my living expenses, 3-year program. So around 80 to 86 lakh rupees being my cost of my education. Australia, 12 to 18 lakh rupees per year, 6 lakh rupees living cost, 3 years course, most of them. So around 72 lakh rupees is what Australian education would cost me. US, 16 to 24 lakh rupees, 7 lakh rupees per year, 4-year program. So a cost of about 82 to 1 CR is what I'm looking out if I'm looking out to send to US. This is good enough range which I'm giving. Things can fall below it as well if you're looking out for, because there are a lot of community colleges and there are a lot of colleges which have pathways. So definitely everybody, as I said, there's a budget that can map to your requirement. Germany, the cost of tuition is free. Living cost is 7 lakhs, 3 to 4 lakh rupees year. So around 20 to 28 lakh rupees would be your expenses. New Zealand, 12 to 22 lakh rupees, 7 lakh rupees living, and 3 years duration. So your total expenses would be around 64 to 87 lakh rupees. This is how the range comes in. Singapore, because a lot of parents want to send students close by, but that's not again cheaper as well. It's 14 to 18 lakh rupees, 6 lakh rupees per year, and 3 years duration. So around 60 lakh to 72 lakh rupees. Europe, 8 to 15 lakh rupees per year, 7 lakh rupees tuition fees, living cost, 3 years duration, and 60 lakhs. Now, so this is the big ticket that you have seen. But guys, let me tell you that all the expenses of the living, okay, are given and taken care by the students once they are there after 6 months. I'll cover that as well. Now let me talk about scholarship. Most of the universities, while you're looking for abroad, you have scholarships given because they understand it's a big program. However, I or no one can guarantee you, or whoever guarantees you is a false claim that the scholarships can only come to you, or I can let you know once we apply. So the first step is to apply to the university right on time and meet their scholarship deadlines. So most of the universities have scholarship deadline. So if I want to meet that, I need to apply early. So there is need-based scholarship, merit-based scholarship, and sports-based scholarship. Need-based scholarship is a very common thing in US, wherein we apply, we let them know about our budget, our IT returns and stuff, and they actually give you scholarship much more that you can, but there is a slab of how much IT returns you already filed. So that is what we need to check on you, and we can let you know about it. Merit based, we all know, if you are highly achieved in your life and there's good grades, good test scores, we definitely have this thing. Let me put across one more thing here. A lot of parents think that so if there's top 10 universities and a student can get into top 10 university, but the cost into the top 10 university is way too higher. The choice that a parent need to make here is that if I'm looking out to send her abroad, go to a good university still, have the best education, we can also look out to send her to the next 20 universities, because there she will be higher in the area of the bracket of the students, and she or he would get scholarship definitely. This is a choice. I'm talking for this for the parents because I don't know who all is there, but everybody has an fit. Everybody needs to find that fit, and that's exactly what Education State does for you, that we will be able to find that fit for you, that what is the strategy behind. Okay, so this is how scholarships are gained. Most of our students get scholarship, but I do not guarantee that, because I cannot claim it until and unless I apply to the university and the university replies back. Okay, so this is how the scholarships work for. So funding your education abroad is a very big question, because yes, the ticket size is big. So let me tell you, the living expenses, all the students are allowed to work in all the countries that I mentioned 20 hours a week. You need it or you don't need it. Part-time job is a must for a student who goes abroad, because you definitely need to let them know that experience. It is not about or having pity about that, oh, how much hard work they will do. That's why you have sent them. And that's not what they will also pity, because we all know that labor out there or any kind of work is not disrespected. So they would have to find a part-time job which they work along with it. The entire curriculum abroad is planned such a way that part-time is a part of it as well. So you definitely need to allow your child to work part-time. So all the expenses which I mentioned, around 6 lakh, 7 lakh rupees per year, trust me, after 6 months, if your child works well enough, okay, almost all the expenses of the living is removed by them. Okay, that's what exactly, because they are paid around $10 to $15 per hour, and the living expenses are taken care by them. There are a lot of teaching assistantship, research assistantship jobs under the university banner, and that's what the student have to look for and help themselves. Scholarships and waivers can come to you. So even if the cost looks way too higher, there could be a chances of getting scholarship somewhere between 10% to 20% at least. Okay, so that is what we can look out for. Self-funded, of course, parents are the first point of contact who need to be ready to fund you. But of course, educational loan is a very big support, with most of the parents take it, because there are good loan products nowadays available, helps you in taxation as well, and gives you a great solution, because that's exactly what parents want. And that is how you can take care of the entire expenses around. So this is how funding your education abroad works for you. And most of the students who then work, they immediately need not or be asked, or let every parent also know here, please do not back to back send them for masters if they have studied abroad. Let them work for 1 to 2 years or 3 years. Let them remove the cost what they have done. When it comes to abroad, the ideology is different. It is very different in India, that we do a bachelor's and we definitely go for a master's directly, because we work that way or the employers see that way. However, when it comes to abroad, they're very much happy with a bachelor's program as well. That's why most of the master's students are us or other countries, but not the Americans or the Britishers who are doing masters as much as what we do. So I would definitely recommend your student should work there for 2 to 3 years, remove the cost. So ideally, the average time to remove the educational loan or the funding that you have given your child for your education is going to be around 2.5 years to 3 years. Okay, so this is what they will be able to remove as soon as possible they finish their bachelor's. So the timelines, of course, 9th grade students, profile building, very important. Your internships, your online certifications, your school clubs, your hobbies, sports, whatever you do, build your fort, very important. If you're starting from 9th and 10th, you have absolute enough time to do the best, and because that will engage or give you higher scholarship perspectives. So 10th grade, appear for your SAT once you finish your 10, social service, school club, sports, whatever. 11th grade students, please start to appear for your IELTS and TOEFL, internships or summer program. This year summer program has been a little difficult, but yes, there are virtual summer programs. And 12th grade, start your application. There's nothing much. Don't worry now about what we cannot go in the past, but 12th standard students, you definitely need to start now. So this is what the timelines I would say, and this brings me to the end of the session. I have an offer for everybody. So at Education Street, we do one-on-one counseling, we do career mentoring and career counseling. You definitely might be confused with what course to go, what subject, which country. This is exactly what I want to solve for you. Okay, and I'm not going to solve this just with doing some test or some this thing. We are going to do pure elimination thing. That is what my specialty is, that I will be doing that with your child, that he himself will come up with an answer what he's interested towards, and not because what I think is definitely good and easy for him. Okay, so we have an hit ratio for admissions. We have almost 100% admission ratio, maybe any country that you're mentioning. So far, 88,100 students is what we have mentored. So I have a 10 years of experience myself behind me, and I definitely know how to serve and cater to all kinds of students. Okay, so this is how I can promise you for. We have coachings for SAT and IELTS. We have one-to-one coaching. We have live sessions. We have buddy batches. So if you're friends together, want to club together, more the merrier. We will help you out in that case. So we have definitely good coaching for IELTS and SAT and TOEFL. We do not have coaching for ACT Science. Okay, so this is how our coaching also functions, and we work for clean counseling. I do not want to serve universities. I want to serve you. That is my ethics. This is what I promise you, and that's what I'm going to do for you. We have case by case service. We are currently doing it online completely because I know it's a risk to come out, and definitely we have video chats how we are talking now, and we have a complete thing where parents and students are engaged with me one-on-one. So that's the beauty of technology. Our result speaks, and we have one-on-one counseling. So now I'm sharing the offer which everybody would like to know about. So please see the offer which I've shared below. Everybody can see, and I just want to announce it to all of you. So the offers today is 30 minutes one-on-one session free with me. So I will be able to evaluate your profile. I will be able to know about you and share about how we can assist all your questions and your doubts. Okay, we will be providing you a complete honest guide to studying abroad after grade 12. So we will be emailing all the webinar joinees about how about and what are the pros and cons about studying abroad. After which, this is the pricing bonanza that I want to offer, which is valid only till 31st October. I can promise and I can stand on any building and shout this loud that no one does this customized and qualitative counseling at this price. Okay, so the price is quite lucrative for all the people who have joined in today. So the coaching for SAT is 25,000, IELTS is for 8,000. Together the coaching cost come to 33,000. The counseling for one country is 40,000. Profile building is only for students who are going to apply from before. So 9th and 10th student mainly, it's 7,000. So the total package comes to 80,000. However, today I'm running it to a discount for the next month for all the webinar attendees only at 60,000. So this is the offer, and I have shared the link with you all. If you want to register and you want to know more about it, please do a one-on-one counseling register, fill in that form and do that. My team will get back and we will have a one-on-one session with each other. Okay, so I know there are a lot of questions. Please pour in your questions in the chat box. Meanwhile, I would like to take few questions before we sign up. I hope I utilized your time well. Please give me the feedback if whether it was useful, whether it was worthy your time, or whether you are definitely going to come in to talk to us. I know it's a big thing. I know it cannot be cleared in one go, and hence I want to deliver that one-on-one session with you guys. So please use your chat chat box to share your comments, feedbacks, and questions. I would like to take few of them. And meanwhile, the offer, can you guys see the offer below so that you can fill the form? If not, let me help you out, but please look into the offer. Please fill in the form. Whether you join us or not is different, but you definitely can take the interest of taking the 30-minute session with me so that I can talk about it. I can let you know what we can help in on this case. Yeah. So Rajesh, about medicine, yes. So Rajesh, medicine is a very, very different procedure. Of course, the application materials which I mentioned is absolutely there. Most of the countries like US and stuff, you need to get admission into Bachelor of Science first, with biology being your primary major. Once you do a 3-year Bachelor of Science biology, you need to sit in for the entrance test. You clear the entrance test and then you get an admission into a Bachelor of Medicine. So it's a 3-year plus 4-year of Bachelor of Medicine that you need to clear, and then USMLE to get your license and your entrance test. So it's a very, very lengthy process, but yes, I can definitely help you out for medicine as well. Most of the countries, medicine applications are not direct. Medicine application is through Bachelor of Science biology. Only Australia, there are certain universities which are very worthy, like Monash. They have Bachelor of Medicine direct entry. Of course, there are a lot of application procedure. You need to have an interview done. You need to have an entrance test done, which they have set with their department. So all of these things are very, very crucial. Shikha, Trupti, the form is there. I have just shared the offer. Can you see the offer? It would be below your screen, below the thing. You would see register now option for the offer, undergraduate application masterclass. So this is what you would see, and you would get a register now option. I think that should be the case. Rishi, Amit, can you please guide them with the instructions about how to see? Shikha, come back to me in case if you can't see it, but I would definitely like to see that you're taken care of. Yeah. Trupti, you got it, right? Okay, cool. Okay. So, Raja Goda is asking me about data science, a very big area, data science, business analytics, big data. It's a technology. It's a field under computer science. So definitely we will not be going directly for bachelor's in data science because it's an area covered under computer science. So we need to go for bachelor's in computer science, where we choose later as a specialization or our majors into data science. Data science is a lot of an area which is the future. It's the most trending area because data is a new oil. That's what everybody has carved this jargon as, because we all know the companies, the strategies, the marketing, the advertising, the way the client, the behavior, the consumer behavior is all mapped by understanding the client and the data well enough. Hence, data science includes a lot of tools like Tableau, R, languages, and all of this. So this is an area under computer science, Nikita Rajagoda. So I definitely can help you out for US. Certainly is a very good area for data science. But yes, when it comes to computer science, most of the countries offer you, even Ireland. Ireland is one of the next country which basically is going to be a Silicon Valley for technology, because you name it and all the headquarters of IT companies have formed their base there. So you definitely can be looking out for options which would be way in your budget as well, because Ireland universities are not that expensive. So come back to me and I'll help you and guide you for the same as well. Okay. Anjana, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, absolutely brilliant. Again, an area under computer science. Okay. It is also covered under engineering programs. So definitely we need to understand what your son or daughter, or you, if you are a student, I am not sure who's a parent here and a student here. So if you're looking for AI, definitely a very good area. In fact, just today's Instagram message I just shared, my team just shared about how even India, even our PM, Mr. Modi, is taking care of so much of AI conferences and startups and stuff, because AI definitely is going to be the future, maybe in any industry. So mechanical engineering students, mechanical industry industry, pharmacy, electronics. All of these industries are going to be revolutionized with AI, products and tools. So artificial intelligence is under computer science and engineering topics, and we can definitely look out for you, Anjana. And US, UK, name it, they are absolutely brilliant to go and study out there for it. Okay. Sham Chunarkar, which course should I take to become astronaut? Aerospace, aeronautical engineering, that's definitely what you need to take up and go further and progress into. There are a lot of universities which are affiliated with NASA as well, Sham, and we have done this before, and I definitely can help you out for that as well. So being an astronaut looks very, very exciting, and we know how we can help you or your child for that. Okay. So Trupti is saying I cannot register. Trupti, I'm very sorry. Rishi, Amit, can you please help Trupti for this? She's not able to register for it. So can you please help her, because the offer from my side is on already. Trupti, you just need to screen through the screen that you see. There would be an arrow, and you just need to uplift that, and you will be able to see the offer. And definitely you can see the offer. Are the others able to see the offer and register for the one-on-one counseling? If people can just give me a yes. See, Amit has just shared the link to the form, Trupti. You can just click on that form directly so that you can register for the same. Okay, yeah. Reshma, can I do profile building since my child is in 9th? Perfect, Reshma, you've started it right on time. I love students and parents who start from 9th, because not because the other parents did not do the right thing, but you are doing the right thing. Please do that. Please engage with us. We start with the entire package, and we can help build the 9th student with a lot of exposure, online certifications and internships, so that the resume looks way too strong. So Reshma, yes, you start with 9. That's what we do with students. Okay. Trupti, makeup artist. Okay. So makeup artist is a very professional course. Are you sure, Trupti, that you want to send her for a bachelor's degree into makeup artist? Because that could be a parallel degree along with a major professional program. So I absolutely respect all fields, but it could be that makeup artist or makeup could be taken as a vocational certification program, whereas the main program could also give her a better career option, or a better backup career option in case makeup she gets overdone with it in the future. So I would love to talk to you on that bit, so that we can help and guide you in the same thing. Okay. Okay, so Trupti, my team has already shared the form. I hope you can now see that. Okay. Yeah, all of those who cannot fill in the form, please hit us up on our Instagram. So link for Instagram is also shared by Amit already. So please DM us, and we will help you for the one-on-one counseling interest. Veer Bhagwat, sorry. What about aviation pilot training? Yes, it is there. Pilot training, however, comes with a very big it's quite an expensive program, but obvious, because the infrastructure to learn or teach this is very, very expensive. I have a student right now who's going for RMIT and other programs, and they are absolutely taken care. The program is quite expensive, but yes, pilot training and aviation is very much possible. There are definitely options available in US, Australia, New Zealand, a lot of places, so we can look and help you out for that as well. Harshita, is architecture a good career option? Definitely. Just to understand this, architecture is a licensed program, a licensed degree. To work as an architect, you need to have the license for that country. So if you study in US, you study in UK, you have a good hand to get a license from that country. Okay. So once, if you plan to do it from that country, you definitely, once you return back to India for whatever reasons, you need to have clear the license exam out here as well. This is what I need you to understand. But architecture in US, UK, New Zealand, Canada, a very worthy option to consider, and you can look for it. I have personally sent a lot of students for architecture in US and other places. so you can consider out for that as well. Which is the best university for aerospace US near? There are a lot, but if I just have to TU Delft, Embry Riddle in USA, which are like really popular. There's Wisconsin. There is a few others which I have those in my sheet, but right now I not getting that back. So Sham, you can definitely get in touch with us. Rihanna, can we start counseling now in class 10th? Yes, you could be in 12th as well, or 11th or 10th or 9th. We have options for all, and the only point that I had to make is that when you go to a university abroad, they're looking at all your grades, 9, 10, 11th and 12th. That means I need to be better aware of what I have to do in these grades, and that's exactly wherever, at whatever starting point you are, we will be able to serve you for that. Okay, so this is what we will be helping you out for. Okay, okay, all right. So I think Trupti is looking for liberal arts. Liberal arts, Trupti, definitely very good area if you're considering US or UK. Very good opportunities. In fact, liberal arts is very good in US in community colleges also. That will reduce your cost way too much, and that's something which could be a looking up to option for you. So Trupti, definitely a lot of options for you to consider in that area. Okay, Usha, does architecture admission require portfolio? Yes, good point, Usha. Yes, we do require portfolio. Most of the universities look for creativity. So when it comes to architecture, they want to see your child's creativity. It could be paintings, it could be photography, it could be sketches, it could be any of these things, and that's what we need to accumulate, and we need to upload them in the application process. Okay, so this is how things work. It's 6:11, so I don't want to hold you up for long. I would love to have few feedbacks in case if there's something which I have done and not served the purpose, or you absolutely got what you wanted. This is for me. If you want to get in touch with me, my email ID is ankita@educationstreet.in. We have 3 offices, Mulund, Vashi and Vileparle. And thank you so much to attend this and give us the time, because time is so precious these days, and always, but these days with so many things to do, I hope I made every minute of yours worthy enough. And I'm looking forward that you join us for us, where we can guide and mentor your child. I'm looking forward that Education Street can be instrumental to solve your concerns, your dilemmas, and you can also take utilization of the offer. Trust me, I've made a very good offer to each one of y'all. Let's meet in the one-on-one 30-minute session, so that I can take charge further and also help you with know each other better and solve your queries much more further. Okay, a few more questions still pouring in. So last 2-3 questions I would like to take. Ma'am, I'm in 8th standard. I want to join this whole course. So 9, I'm joining this course. So ma'am, can you tell me about your offline center? Sham, definitely offline. So please register with us. We have your contact any which ways. Just fill in the form that my team has just shared with you. And we will be arranging a one-on-one session, and I would be talking personally with you about how things can work and how we can help you out for. So wonderful to start as early as possible. Okay. Then Rihanna, can we take computer in class 11th if we don't have this as a subject in 10th? Yeah, definitely Rihanna, you can take that subject. It doesn't have it. If you drop anything from your 10th, it is not considered otherwise. Let the child choose what he or she likes, and that's what is more important. So you can definitely do that. That's not a problem at all. But just score well. That's what I want to tell in that case. Okay, so thank you guys, thank you so much. Please follow us on our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube. Education Street is the name. And signing off, Ankita here again. Thank you so much. I'm the director of the company. I started this 10 years back with a point very clear, which is still staying the same, that we believe in clean counseling. We want to work for you, to help you, guide you, and mentor you, and just not, serve our commercial benefits out here. And hence I believe that I'm better off to take counseling fee from you and serve the needs of yours rather than serve the need of the university. And that is exactly what I want to do for you. So Anjana, okay, thank you so much for your kind feedback. Anjana says thank you, the session was good. Deepika, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Trupti, I think the form is still not getting filled. Don't worry, Trupti, I'll have my team get in touch with you, and they will definitely get a timing settled between you and me, and we will have the session. So signing off, guys. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend, and more love and more power to you, and let's get this going. I hope undergraduate opportunities is something that strikes you and you take the best out of it.